The Haunting of Wraith Hill, a tale of fear and redemption. When the Thompson family, James, his wife Sarah, and their 10-year-old daughter Lily, moved into the mansion on Wraith Hill, they marveled at its grandeur. Tall, Gothic spires, intricate carvings, and wide hallways seemed to whisper stories of an old, forgotten time. "A real gem," James declared, as neighbors shot wary glances their way. One woman muttered under her breath, "You won't last a week." That first night, as Lily unpacked in her room, she heard faint weeping. Peering into the hallway, she found nothing but a chilling draft. "It's just the wind," Sarah reassured her. But by midnight, the air turned icy. James woke to hear footsteps pacing outside their bedroom door. When he opened it, the hallway stood empty, except for a single child's handprint smeared on the mirror across the hall. The following nights were worse. Lily screamed that a pale woman in a black dress sat at the end of her bed, whispering, "Help me. You must help me." Objects began to move on their own, chairs scraping across the floor, dishes smashing in the kitchen. At night, the family could hear violent sobs and faint banging from below. They discovered that the basement door, locked with rusted bolts, now creaked open by itself. Desperate to escape, the Thompsons packed their bags, but the house wouldn't let them leave. The car engine refused to turn over. The front door jammed shut, and their phones displayed nothing but static. "It's like the house wants us here," Sarah whispered, trembling. On the fifth day, James found a hidden door in the attic. Inside, an old, rotting trunk contained letters and a diary belonging to Eleanor Wraith, the home's first owner. Her story was one of tragedy. Her family had perished in a fire, leaving her alone. In her grief, Eleanor had sealed herself in the mansion, cursing anyone who dared disturb her mourning. The final diary entry read, "The house is mine. They will never leave." Realizing they had to set Eleanor free, the Thompsons prepared for one final confrontation. They lit candles in the parlor, surrounding themselves with salt for protection. The shadows in the room writhed as Eleanor's ghost appeared, her sunken face pale, eyes hollow and black. "You don't belong here," James shouted. The room shook violently as Eleanor wailed, her voice a mixture of anguish and rage. Lily, braver than she had ever been, stepped forward. "We're sorry you were alone," she said gently, "but you don't have to be anymore. You're free now." The ghost froze, her figure flickering between darkness and light. A final cry echoed through the mansion as her form began to dissolve. The cold lifted, and the oppressive shadows vanished. The front door creaked open by itself, and sunlight streamed into the parlor. The Thompsons stepped outside, breathing deeply, as if freed from invisible chains. James turned to look back one last time. He swore he saw Eleanor's figure in the window, but this time she smiled. The mansion remained abandoned, its doors locked forever. Locals still tell the tale of the family who survived Wraith Hill, and how a little girl's compassion freed a restless soul.